Hi everyone, welcome back to Hey Girl. We are back again with another episode where we are going to be talking about something that is worth a watch. So on this show, obviously, we are here to discuss friendships. We are here to discuss life as it is. We are here to discuss everything, finances. So you can be able to relate with us as we relate with you. And my name is Meme Tabitha, and we are friends with
Banji. Hi girl.
Nana Tiara. Hey girl.
So today's show, what we are going to be discussing is something that I think most of us are challenged with, and it is, why do we feel left behind in our 20s? All of us here are in our 20s, and I'm sure you guys that are viewing us are also, some of you are in your 20s. Why do we feel left behind in our 20s? Is there a specific roadmap that we are supposed to follow that do this? Personally, I feel like the society has put a lot of pressure on us. Mm-hmm. It has made us feel like we are supposed to be achieving certain things at certain ages. By 20, you're now done with school. This age, you're doing this age, you're doing this. Do you think there should be a certain roadmap that we are following in this life?
You see, just as you see, our fingers are not the same, so everyone has their own timing, everyone has their own path to follow. However, it doesn't stop us from, looking onto others to get inspired. I may not be like them, but I can get inspired by what they do, and I can also try out. Like, for example, I may see a young business owner and I'm like, but can't I also start something of my own? These 9-to-5 jobs, you know how they are. And then you're like, but okay, we may not emulate exactly what they do, but we can also just get inspired and try out something. And the reason why we feel like we are left out in our 20s is because we want to compare, we want to compete, we want to be like the other people, yet we don't know what their life has been or is going. We also don't know where our life is going. We don't even have goals in our life. So we feel like, well, we have been with this person in school and they're already building a mansion. I have friends who have already given birth, who have gotten married, and I'm like, no, I'm not serious with my life.
We all have those times where we feel left behind at some point. Mm-hmm. But personally, most of the time, I don't feel left behind because of what is happening in society. I feel left behind because the goals I've set and I have not reached them. That only makes me feel left behind. Yeah, I feel like I've left myself behind, but not left behind by other people.
And that is something that used to disturb me so much, because when you grow up in a society where things are operating in our way, it just carries on. If you know that you're supposed to graduate. Personally, I'm going to share a very personal experience. Oh my God. So
Don't cry.
We got you.
So I studied at Makerere. Now I had a circle of friends. You know those girls who have like a clique. So I had a clique of 4 girls. We were 4 girls. And we're like real close and all that stuff. So now graduation comes and I don't graduate. And the first list comes out and I'm not on.
Yeah.
Okay. You can imagine that pressure. The second list comes and I'm not on. Now this time I'm not even telling my parents yet. I'm telling them, we're about to graduate, but as you know, Makerere things. Because my parents always knew that Makerere disturbs people, So I was just telling them Makerere things, and I'm there praying. And my friends were already there for me, so they were like trying everything. Like, let's talk to this one, let's talk to this one. By the third list, all my friends were on. Now the final list was about to come. And still I don't know. And there's some guy that we were talking to, and he was saying, don't worry, Tabby, you're going to appear. These things always happen. But when the book is printed, your name will definitely appear. Now remember, the book gets printed like on Friday, and because our grad was there on Wednesday. And on Wednesday we are graduating. So Friday comes and the book gets printed. And I am not there.
Oh, sorry.
Now my friends that everyone knows, because everyone that knows me knows my friends. Definitely, because now we are even like influencers on X. Now everyone knows Tabitha and her friends are graduating. What is my brain was telling me? What am I going to tell all these people? How are they going to think about me? Oh my God, it was
like a man not
so stressful.
Depression.
So now we get to graduation and photos are being taken. Obviously, I can't participate. Why would you be taking photos and you're not going to graduate?
Yeah.
I was so depressed. I lost like 1,000 kilograms. I think that even affected our friendship in a way because I had to isolate myself. I didn't want to make them feel bad for me. I didn't want me to pretend I'm very happy. I was happy for them, but I wasn't happy that I'm not graduating. So that even affected our friendship till date. Like there is that touch that was kind of lost. So I understand feeling left behind. It's a real thing. Because if you know you're going to graduate
how
and
did
everyone is
you deal with
graduating,
that?
Did you
I was
finally
depressed.
graduate?
I was just depressed. All I can do is
You got out of that depression, right?
it hit me so bad.
Up to today.
Yeah, till now.
So you haven't been past it.
I have, because now I finally graduated, but I always feel away. I'm like, I wish if I had graduated on time, probably I would be having the same touch with my friends.
I think with everyone out there, they should always run back to God and know that there's always God's timing. If something doesn't happen, that is God's timing. That is God's decision.
Yeah, something.
That's, I feel like that's the only way you can go past things. Go past rushing your life. Go past anything that depresses you. Run back to God, and you know there's a Creator up there that timed my life.
Yes, we can also always say that there is a Creator, but sometimes it can get to you.
It hits you, but if it hits you, what is your next step?
You first, I don't know, chill.
What is your next step? Your next step is to,
step back.
No, but I think what kind of helped me go through it, not even to go insane, was my husband. He was really there for me. Like, so there, and he would talk to me literally every day about it because he knew. I'm someone who grew up knowing I have to go to this university. Now, if you're not graduating, things look like everything is not normal. Yeah, so I cried a lot. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's good to also have people who have your back. Yeah, I mean, we need that strong support, especially when we are going through those tough times.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for reminding me. You see that life after campus, that struggle for jobs, that struggle to belong, that struggle to people get jobs even before we graduate.
Yeah.
People are having, I don't know, people are driving, people are somewhere. Then there's you who has graduated, you have the papers, yes, you have the grades, yes, but things hit hard.
What do you think? What do you think? On that note, what do you think a 20-year-old or someone in their 20s should be having? That you must have this in your 20s. You must have accomplished this in your 20s.
I feel like you must, in your 20s, you must have the knowledge to know how to invest and save and create a job.
And most importantly, skills. Skills are what helps you, either communication or talking.
You must have a skill that you know. You must have you must have the knowledge to create a job for yourself.
Because
and
life
to learn
is
how
hard.
To save and to invest. Yeah.
There's no specific that you have to have over land, over whatever you set for yourself, but all in all, have hands-on experience. If you don't know how to have hands-on experience, at least talk. Use your words. I believe God has given us talents, and at least try to use them. I mean, even before you finish campus or before you finish school.
Try those to things, find something to do, something to make you busy.
I also feel like you must know yourself and your strengths in your 20s, so that you know where to invest.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can invest in, let's say, poultry, and you even have nothing in relation with.
That's still okay because it's teaching you something about business.
You must know
try
something.
And fail, but don't fail to
you
try.
must know your strength, because you could invest in something and you don't understand it and it would really hit you so hard.
I feel like
already you have little money.
I feel like you can't know your strength within the 20s, because with the 20s we're just learning how to deal with business, how to deal with our life.
You're still trying to figure out.
I think by 30s, you know your strength. You know where your strength lies.
No, I don't know. I don't know if you get me well. I feel like you must understand, like, something you should know that because now not everyone can do a show like this. You get so someone coming and diving into this might disturb them. You must know that I personally I love farming.
And that's
Then
where
you
my strength
operate like
is.
that.
But still,
So find your strength
20s
and
are
then
for try and
you go.
error, try and error,
True.
Always
Yeah.
try. Because when you clock 30s, for us women.
And I feel like also that you shouldn't be limited by our ages. You see, life, because you people, life can life. Life can life. You can plan things and life just does its
But
own
in our
thing.
society, still 30 for women,
You
know,
must be married.
over married, about what, but it must be somewhere in
What
life.
are you talking about?
Haven't you had those things of by 25 you should be married, by 21 you're graduating, 30 you're doing this, you're like even in society would be like, hey, mwala wako ntana phone.
Tana vakuruja, something like.
So that there is that.
Haven't you seen people who rush and just, like trap a man by getting pregnant and stuff because they've reached that age?
Yeah, and when they reach there, everything goes back to zero, and you start over.
Exactly.
And also, have you guys at one point felt? Personally, I've shared my experience of being left behind. Have you guys felt left behind, like in comparison to others, not to yourself, what you said, but with others? Have you felt left
Everyone
behind?
faces that at some point,
What
but you
was?
just don't have to let it hit you that hard.
Can you share when you have, in comparison to others?
Compared so much to myself to others, not so much, but you see people driving, you see people building houses, you see people investing, you see people giving birth and having a happy family, and you're still rethinking, am I serious? Yeah, but it doesn't have to hit you that hard. You don't have to look at people's lives. You just have to focus on your own life.
Me, it has, but I have learned to outgrow it. Like it started way back from high school. I started working when I was in high school. Like
Wow.
Life really came at me very quickly. I started taking care of myself in A level, and everything had to be on me. School fees, what.
So you used to do your own tuition? Like
yes, I used to do my own tuition. I used to hustle.
I have done my own tuition.
I've also hustled
How
way
do
through
you do
campus. My dear, you learn. The world teaches you. You learn.
Yeah.
There's no formula that this is the way they're going to teach you, but you have to find a way to survive.
Yeah.
Especially if you still want to be alive.
Yeah.
And you don't want to give
paid
up.
my own tuition too, so
Exactly.
How though, you
So-
guys?
like that.
We shall talk about that in the next session. But for now, when I was at campus, I used to do night shift, how do they call it? Evening shift.
lectures.
And evening lectures, and it would hit me so hard. I would come from school, I'm so tired, and then I'm going to school to study. I would reach and I'm tired, and then I'm looking at these rich planned kids, like they don't even want to study, they don't come for lectures, they don't. And then I'd be like, I wish I was also like these people. Just come from hostel, I don't know, watch like 10 movies in a day, come to class, even doze off, don't even do coursework and stuff, and then go home and make a phone call, I need money and stuff.
That has made you feel left behind. So
Yes,
much.
it made me feel, I was like, but me, why am I working? I'm still young to, all those things, even life after campus, I was like, but what am I still doing here? I should be now getting a job in my profession and things like that.
Yeah.
And then I feel like even the friends that I used to study with in the same class, they got jobs before we graduated. And I'm like, how did these people do it? And they're getting jobs of like 3 million, and I'm like, huh? Were we in the same class? But anyway, I've learned to outgrow that. I discovered that, okay, my way through had been acting through campus and stuff, and I was like, maybe let me chase my dreams.
It gave you joy.
Yes, it gave me joy, and it gave me a sense of belonging that, hey, my purpose and my value is not only connected to my education. Maybe I can do something else diverse and outside. Yes, and I've learned to live with that truth.
You seem like you couldn't. Don't you think you could give up? You already, like you said, you're working as you're studying. Couldn't you just work? Or maybe
I needed that
that's
paper.
some level of satisfaction that you needed.
I needed that paper, my dear, because I knew where I was working, I wasn't qualified for that job. I was just surviving at that point. But now this time, I also needed that paper to make me at least get somewhere in life so that I can just go and throw it at my parents and be
so
like...
then that means it wasn't a
Personally,
satisfaction.
I also needed the papers. I didn't. First of all, campus was fun. I didn't think of dropping out of campus because first it was fun, and then second, I needed to prove a point because since I left home early, I needed to prove a point that mom, dad, auntie, because I grew up with my auntie mostly. Auntie, I've not gone for marriage. I've gone to have a life of my own, and I'm going to prove to you that I can have it. So for me, it was a proving point. I had to
gave you
there.
satisfaction,
and I did well. Thank God. I got a second class upper.
Wow.
Only 2 points to have a first class. I was sad about it.
well done.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I had to prove my point. I proved that point, and I was very happy. I shut them up. Yeah,
That was quite interesting.
I know. So do you think that gave you a certain sense of satisfaction, or if it didn't, what are some of the things that you feel like if I achieve this, I have done it, I'm fully satisfied in life?
if I get financial stability,
What is financial stability to you?
where you don't have to do certain things that you don't like just for money.
Like which ones?
Girls have done a lot of things
Okay.
for money. They've done prostitution. Men have done, or even women have done robbery. They've gone to
But you haven't,
countries
right?
that they don't want to be at for money. They've left their children behind because they want to have money. But I want to reach that point where I don't have the need to go do something that I don't want just to have money. Yeah.
For me, that point satisfaction is very big. Now, when it comes to human nature, we can never be satisfied.
Sure.
However, what I would love is, because I haven't been much of a family person, so I would want to have a family of my own, take care of my children, have a loving husband over there.
She says she's not
She hasn't been
that-
a family person.
Yes, I haven't been a family person, so I have a longing for family, and I feel like that would satisfy me if I had this picture of family in my head that I want to create. And besides that,
when you
also-
say you haven't been a family person, means you haven't grown in family.
yes, I
right?
haven't grown I've grown in people's families, actually, like people's families, not my own family. So I want to have that sense of belonging. I want to have that sense of my own, like my own. And besides that, I want a PhD. So I think I'll be satisfied after achieving that.
I also want actually I wouldn't say a PhD, but I want a master's. And I think it would make me feel so happy. When we were graduating, I saw people who are getting masters treated in a certain type of way. They would dance for them, they would clap,
The gown is
go on the
different.
red carpet. It was so fun. I think I would like that.
You wait for the result.
Actually, I'm going in for that day, not for everything else. And also having family. I already have a family of one baby and a husband, but I would like to have like maybe 4 children there in our home. Daddy is coming back, mom is coming back, mom is bringing this. Yeah. Then I'm dropping off my kids to school. Those kinds of things.
But you should hide.
That would give me satisfaction.
Do you know that I literally don't have that in my mind? Like, I've probably not just reached the point of thinking about family. Maybe, but it has never crossed my mind that,
It's money first.
Why?
Is it normal for someone not to...
It's normal.
It's normal,
I've not
it's a
even-
personal choice.
I've not even had that thing of, when you hold someone's baby and you're like, oh my, I wish I could have mine. I've not had that.
Wow, me, I would say,
Yeah.
like, my friend has very beautiful babies. Every time I would see her babies, I would be like, oh my God,
I've
I
not
can't
had
wait.
that feeling of, I want my own baby. Yet, maybe it will come. But
Me and my
for now,
husband, when we were still
no.
dating, we even, those apps that you clone your photos and they give you how your baby would look like. We did that. That's
And
how
is it
bad we wanted.
Is it how your daughter looks like?
No. No, it isn't. But I wanted that. It just gives me joy. I feel accomplished, I feel satisfied. So I don't know about you guys. What do you think would give you satisfaction? Why do you think at certain points us in our 20s feel left behind by maybe society laws or rules or by our friends' accomplishments? Give us your take in the comment section. We'll definitely engage back. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this episode to a friend who would really find it so helpful to them. Thank you so much for loving us. We love you back. And this has been Hey Girl.
Hey girl.